Greetings, everyone, and welcome to Power Time Practice here at Fly Center Practice YouTube. So sorry for the delay in getting started. It's all in divine time, and it's a great time to come together and share about the upcoming power times that are happening in this month ahead. So it is November, and we have the sun that has transited into the seventh sign of the zodiac, which is the sign of Libra. And it is a little bit debilitated there, as we remember from last month. We talked about how things that we relate to, relationships, and anything or anyone or any aspect of our life that is causing challenges or issues, maybe because the sun is in a debilitated position in the cosmos. And we are always checking for that energy because it gives us intelligence, it gives us light, it gives us energy, it gives us empowerment, both internally, spiritually, and in our lives. It helps us to move along in our lives with grace and ease. It gives us enlightenment, and that's what we need. So my name is Sucharita. For those of you who don't know me, wishing you all a very warm welcome. We're going to get started. Even though we are running late, we are right on time. So Kala Bhairava is the god of time, and he's the one who will manufacture time for all the planets, all the stars, all the gods and goddesses, all the spiritual beings, including the Siddhas and saints and sages who have gone before us, who are no longer here on the earth plane. They can be close to us. So everybody has their own universe, and we are banging into each other, if you will, and we are connecting with one another in this multiverse. So we are going to be honoring the sun transiting into Scorpio, which is the natural 8th sign of the zodiac. And so we're going to get into some hidden knowledge, something that is going to be revealed to us. And it also is going to be transformative. We could also experience death, or death of loved ones, people around us, death of the ego, death of our old behaviors, death of our old way of being and thinking and doing things. So we may feel like there's a tremendous amount of energy coming in for that type of transformation, and we welcome it. So there are 3 very powerful times that we are going to be considering tapping into the energy during these times. One is Kala Bhairava's birthday. It's coming up, and it is going to be a time where we can pray for miracles and we can expect miracles. So we're always looking for a way out of our challenges, a way out of our harms and hurdles, and we've done everything. We've tried everything. We've tried chanting, we've tried meditating, we've tried rituals, and all of that is working. However, Kala Bhairava is the god of time, and he will say, all right, you've done enough, so let's just get going. So he's affiliated or associated with the number 8. If you turn the number 8 on its side, what is it? It's the infinity sign. So life, death, rebirth, birth, death, life. We just keep going around and around and around and around. And that is because we want to evolve our souls. It's a never-ending story. So people who say, hey, I want to get rid of my karma, well, you might be picking up karma as a highly evolved being, and you're coming to the earth plane to try and help out. So Kala Bhairava will put you in the right place at the right time, thinking, saying, and doing the right thing. And then we can expect miracles, and he gets rid of fear. So let me just share what Kala Bhairava Jayanti, the birth of, or the birthday, or the birth of Kala Bhairava is all about. So it's an 8th waning moon, and every month there is an 8th waning moon. So this is the 8th waning moon coming up is his birthday. But you can, or we can, all experience his energy, his grace, and blessings every month. And then there are 12 months in a year. And so it's a no-brainer. We have 12 times a year that we can really tap into the energy of Kala Bhairava, and he will give us miracles. He will take us out of slow time. So Kala Bhairava is known as this power time. Kala Bhairava Jayanti is known as the power time of Kala Bhairava, a fierce manifestation of Lord Shiva, whose scriptures hail as the controller of time, the supreme protector and dispenser of divine justice. So if you feel like, hey, things are just been not going in my favor, I just never get my way. So Kala Bhairava will give you tremendous powers. It says he's the ultimate Godhead, Bhai, which means light, and the light gives you material wealth. Ra denotes the destruction of negativity, pessimism, obstacles inherent in our psyche, and Ra represents the continuous process of growth and progress. So propitiating this divine defender archetype on his power time day can invoke his grace and bless you with all forms of negativity busting, and then new opportunities, good management, time management skills. How many of us say, geez, I got to manage my time more wisely? So he gives wisdom and overall prosperity because you're doing the right thing at the right time. You're not wasting time, energy, or your resources, money. So the significance of these rituals that are going to be happening, there's 8 miraculous forms of Bhairava, and you can see the images here, the statues here in front of Dr. Ply's image. So according to the scriptures, Ashta means 8. The Bhairava is going to be giving us creativity, confidence. It's going to empower us. It's going to enlighten us. And it's going to get rid of fear. So there are only 2 things in life, fear and love. So love is going to prevail. It's going to be divine love. So we're going to go to the right person, if you will, that persona, that archetypal being who has this form here. Here is Kala Bhairava. And if you ever are wondering, when you go to temples or you see these rituals, you see Kala Bhairava with a dog. So that's his symbol. And he is really powerful. He is really will bring that consciousness to have miracles in your life, because you won't be thinking. And why not? Why won't we be thinking? Don't we need to think? Well, you'll think the right thoughts and they'll come automatically to you. You won't be swirling around in the negativity, the cesspool of, oh my goodness, who, what, where, when, why is this happening to me? How come? And, who's going to come and help me? So Kala Bhairava will help you no matter what is happening with the planets. So we've got here, the planets aren't just balls in the sky. These are celestial beings, and the ancient seers, the rishis, saw these beings. And so you can see here, there's the different images of the planetary beings on this yantra, which is a landing pad. So Kala Bhairava will remove any negativity that is being delivered by the planets. The planets make us to experience time. And we're just like, why did we want to do that? So we came to the earth plane to experience slow time, which means that we wanted to feel things, we wanted to think things, we wanted to do things, and we wanted to do it over a longer period of time. And sometimes it wasn't so good, and sometimes it was really awesome. And so we have ups and downs, a roller coaster of life, and sometimes we're going spinning round and round, or like the 8 on its side, it just goes looping back and forth like a racetrack. So we want to get out of that, at least for a little breather, and then jump into that time where we can get the blessings from these different forms of the Bhairavas. So the blessings of the Ashta, meaning the 8 forms of Bhairava, we actually have 9 here because we're including Kala Bhairava. So Asitanga Bhairava, he improves creativity, he removes curses. How many of us feel like we're cursed? Oh my God, why does this keep happening to me, or my family, or my friends? So he helps us to gain success in all of our efforts. And then Ruru Bhairava is, he overpowers enemies, and he helps keep people under control, meaning if we have competitors or rivals who keep tripping us up and they keep getting in our way and dragging us down or stealing our ideas or whatever it is that keeps happening to us, he will help us to win over our enemies so that they become our friends and they're no longer rivaling us. So that's Ruru Bhairava. Then we have Chanda Bhairava. He improves self-confidence, helps to win over our enemies. So Krodha Bhairava makes us to use our maximum potential. Now, how many of us have said, I am trying my best, but we have so much more. We just can't tap into it, or we don't know what our good qualities are. So we might come across people who remind us and acknowledge us, and we'll feel better. So that's what Krodha Bhairava will help us to do. Gives us clarity while making crucial decisions in life. So anytime we're faced with these hard life decisions, we get stressed out, we get too emotional, and we can kind of react too quickly, especially now with Rahu transiting the sign of Aries, where the moon and Aries may be together, and then you are really confused. So 𝗏𝗏𝗺𝗏 Bhairava will help us to gain control over our words and give powerful speech. So what does that mean? Does it mean that we have to yell? Sometimes it may just mean that everything we've said up until this point, maybe others haven't heard us, or they just never noticed us, or we couldn't get through. There was some sort of communication block. So we will help to gain control over our words, and then people will listen to us, and then they will respond to us, and we will be like, what happened? And Unmatta will give that. Unmatta Bhairava. Kala Bhairava puts an end to all unproductive work and action. So how many of us have started on projects, and we put in so much time and energy and efforts and blood, sweat, and tears, and then it gets canned, or it doesn't get accepted, or it gets stolen from us? So we want to put an end to that with Kala Bhairava's blessings. 𝗵𝗁 Bhairava helps us to overcome all negativity and evil spirits. So people might say, what the heck, evil spirits? Yes, there are energies out there. As we're evolving, there is the equal and opposite force coming at us, and those can be perceived as evil, meaning that it's backwards of life or live. So evil, the word evil, you turn it around and it's live. So evil will help us to go towards Bhairava and say, give me some light, give me some help. And then 𝗵𝗁 will help to do that. Samhara is, he dissolves the evil forces, overcome bad consequences of past actions. So we're cruising along in life, and then all of a sudden, we've taken 10 steps ahead, and we got kicked back 20 steps behind. We're like, what happened? I'm a good person. I'm a nice person. And that's what happens, is that we don't know what our actions of the past, in past lives, or in this lifetime, where those seeds, those seeds have now become the fruits, and are not so nice fruits. So that we want to get out of that, those challenges. So we're going to honor these different forms of Kala Bhairava. We also have Swarna Karshana Bhairava, and this is something that Dr. Ply has introduced, and he's the Bhairava who gives gold. So this is a yantra. You can check all these out on Ply Center or 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝘆 if you prefer either or. And then this will give you tremendous wealth and health and beauty and joy, everything that represents prosperity. We've got to get into that energy of Kala Bhairava, who comes in the form of Swarna, meaning gold, and Akarshana Bhairava. So Swarna Karshana Bhairava means give me the gold. So we've got a bowl of gold coins, which we will offer to these Kala Bhairava pujas that we're going to do today. So you can also get this version of the 9 planets on 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝘆 as well. It's a smaller one than the big one behind. And then, so that's Kala Bhairava, and that's coming up in a few days. So we will do a puja and a mantra practice, and then you'll know how to connect with Kala Bhairava, and you can watch this, fast forward it to the meditation part of the puja offering, which is an elementalization or light and sound offering. They've been named all the different, all those names mean the same. And Dattatreya has coined the term so that anyone from any tradition can relate to it. So that's Kala Bhairava, and then we are going to be getting into the sun transiting in the new sign, which will be Scorpio, transformation or death of old ways of being, or physical death for some people, family members or people that you know may die, or you yourself may face death. So just know when we are asking the sun to honor us, to bring out that soul's consciousness, because we're all a ray of light of the sun. We're all moving around the sun. As we are on the earth, we're rotating around the sun with all the planets in their orbits going around the sun. So the sun is the one who illuminates our soul. And then if we can keep connecting every month as it transits, we're getting that intelligence for transformation, to overcome death, to get rid of anything that is no longer serving us, to do our spiritual practices, to go deep, 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 and root out those shadows or those hidden qualities. It's also a great time to do occult practices. Oh my goodness, occult. Occult means the hidden. It's got secret knowledge that gets revealed to you when your soul is ready to receive it. So that is going to be happening in the middle of this November to middle of December. And it is going to be happening when Kala Bhairava's birthday is. So it's perfect timing. Now, we have a couple more events in the middle of December when we before we meet again. Or actually, it's going to be around the first week of December, before we come together again here in Powertime Practice. And one of the events is going to be Deepam, which you can see in this image. There's a picture there of a mountain, and it's beside Dattatreya, and you can see the flame with the lamp behind that image. And that mountain is called Arunachala, and Arunachala is this mountain of fire. And the significance of this mountain of fire is when Lord Shiva came to the earth plane, he was like this column of light. It was burning column of light, huge, vast, and it was in the middle of the earth plane. And there was no beginning and no end. So above and below, you couldn't see the beginning or the end. So Lord Vishnu and Lord Brahma said, hey, I'm going to go find the beginning, the top of it, and this column, and you find the bottom of it. So Vishnu went to the bottom as Varaha, the form of Vishnu, who bores into the earth plane. And then Brahma goes to the heavens, goes up into the sky. And so then they go and they say they're going and digging. Vishnu's digging away, and then Brahma is going. He can't find it. But then Brahma cheats, and he says, oh, I found the top of it. He brings this flower back. And he tells this bird who gave this flower, he says, don't tell anybody, but I was at the top, right? So anyways, Lord Shiva, who's this column of light, says, oh, come on, dudes, you just messed up. So neither could get the blessings for being greater than Lord Shiva. So this Arunachala is this mountain of fire in Tiruvannamalai in southern India, where once a year, this big, huge vat of ghee gets hauled up the mountain. Actually, many vats of ghee get hauled up the mountain to the top of the mountain. And then they have this huge yajna that goes on forever and ever. It's a home or a fire lab, as Dr. Ply shares. It's huge. It's at the top of this mountain. And then it's called Deepam. It is called Karthigai Deepam because it's like during this month of Karthigai, and Karthigai is a name for Lord Muruga. So Muruga is being honored. He helps us to get into that state where we're burning away our karma, we're burning away our ego, we're burning away the Maya, the illusion that we can't do anything about all our challenges or on our spiritual path or in our material pursuits. So the rocks there are actually from Arunachala, the mountain, and I've gone around and around it so many times, and anytime I go around it, it is creating so many miracles and getting rid of so much karma. And not only in my little orbit, my universe of all the people around me in my life, their lives are changing and they don't even know that I've gone around this mountain. It takes about 4 hours on the outer path, or if you have been able to, over the years, I've been able to go on the inner path. I don't think it's open to the public anymore. And I've gone with 𝗕𝗏𝗏 in small groups and then large groups and very auspicious times. So anytime that I've gone there, I've always come back from that trip and the whole life changes. Some of it's not so great. It doesn't feel so great, but then the karma is short-lived. It's outlived. It's done. So it's a great, if you can't get there, like many of us couldn't during COVID, you can do these Deepam rituals. You can do them by proxy, and then the people will go around the mountain for you in your name, do your prayer, do the prayers for you, feed the poor, which is a big, huge thing that happens during this Deepam. So it's pretty amazing, and you're going to get some energy when we do that offering to the puja during the puja tonight. So at that same time, it's Dattatreya's birthday. So Dattatreya Jayanti. And who is Dattatreya? He is Vishnu, Brahma, and Shiva. And it just happens to be our beloved 𝗕𝗏𝗏𝗏's name. So he has had many names over the decades that I've known him. And his current name is Dattatreya. And you don't just get a name. You have to be able to align with that energy, and the divine blesses you to receive the grace, the blessings to share with others. So for those people who are new to the Indian tradition, Lord Brahma helps us to create, and then Lord Vishnu helps us to sustain our manifestations, protect our manifestations, all our projects, fulfill our heart's desires, our wishes. And then Lord Shiva gives us enlightenment and prosperity. So Dattatreya Jayanti and Deepam are happening at the same time. 𝗕𝗏𝗏𝗏 has a very intimate connection with all those divine beings. So he will be able to channel that tremendous light that has no end and no beginning. It just goes on and on and on, that will destroy our human ego. So people will say, well, if I destroy my ego, I won't be dead. And I said, yeah, you're right. You will be dead. So you can't destroy your ego, but you can transform it and then ask for a divine ego. So you're doing the things that are going to be creating bliss and joy and happiness. And we'll be aligning with these divine beings, and we'll be soaking up that energy. And it will be through 𝗕𝗏𝗏𝗏's grace and blessings at the level of the soul. And then if you participate in the rituals or the programs that are offered during these times, these special events, then you're going to really get tremendous blessings, both spiritually and materially. So these are the main power times that are coming up. And I'm so happy that I was able to get back online here after being kicked out of Fly Center Practice YouTube. Somehow it was divine. The miracle came and I got it back in. So thanks so much, everyone, for your patience, kindness, and compassion. Let's get started with our puja, or elementalization, to get into the energy of these divine beings and the blessings that are going to be coming in the days ahead. So if you would like to, if you have a picture or an image of Kala Bhairava or 𝗕𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏 or the Arunachala, you can offer 5 different items, or maybe just one. So there's 5 different items. One represents the earth, water, fire, air, and space, or the ether, or the Akash. It's in the palm of our hands. Our lives are in the palm of our hands. So something that represents the earth element is like a food item. So we've got some lovely fruits, and we can offer those to the different beings here. Then we're going to offer some water. And then we are going to offer the ghee lamp, which is beautiful. The divine beings love the ghee. The ghee is like gold. So they live in realms where there's gold consciousness. So we have to give them something here in of the form of this substance that they will be able to resonate with on a subtler level. So a metaphysical. So it's around the physical. So the fire or the ghee lamp represents the fire. Then we have incense here. And this is incense that is representing Saturn. And it's interesting. It's Saturday here in Toronto, Canada, Eastern Standard Time now. And Kala Bhairava is the guru of Lord Saturn. So Lord Saturn makes everything to go super slow. And Kala Bhairava says, hey, come on, come and learn how to pray to me, and then I will speed things up. And so if you're struggling or if you're miserable, then he will bring in a lot of light and then overcome the afflictions of Saturn. So we also have the flowers. So you can reach out and touch these beautiful flowers, and you can say your name and your star, because that's what we're here to do at Powertime Practice, is actually practice what we are reading about or we've been invited to participate in. This is like a little sneak preview. So say your name and your star, reach out and be sincere and start to feel the energy coming in. If you don't know your star, your nakshatra, that's okay. You're here. And then we will ask for the blessings. So that represents the Akash, the ether, or the space. So that's earth, water, fire, air, and space, ether, or the Akash. We got to get to the Akashic records and get those blessings for us to have an incredible divine experience in life every day, not just a little bit, but all the time. This is a Dattatreya yantra. So this is a smaller version, a 3x3 inch version of the one that's behind 𝗕𝗶𝗆, which is, I think it's 12 inches by 12 inches. It's a big statue, and then the big yantra. So you can just touch that and get the blessings. You can see the geometry here. This is what the ancients saw. And then this is what's going to activate your spiritual apparatus inside of your subtler bodies, your energy bodies, your astral bodies, even your physical, but more so in those subtle bodies. This is quite an incredible image here. You also can get that for yourself and on Fly Center or 𝗍𝗏𝗏𝘃. All right, so now that we know who everyone is, we will call on Ganesha to remove the obstacles. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha Nirvignam Kuru Kuru. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha Nirvignam Kuru Kuru. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha Nirvignam Kuru Kuru. Ask Lord Ganesha to remove the obstacles inside of your body, mind, and soul, and in your life, so that we don't have to keep ratcheting over our problems. He'll find an easy way out, a solution. He actually works quite lovely with Kala Bhairava. They both want to get us out of our harms and hurdles in a quick way. He loves mango, so we're going to offer the mango. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha Nirvignam Kuru Kuru. We'll offer the water. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha Nirvignam nirvignam kuru kuru. Now we'll offer the ghee lamp, the fire. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha Nirvignam Kuru Kuru. We'll offer the incense that represents the air or the subtler air, the prana. So clear out your throat and get rid of the negativity, the karma that's stuck in the throat. So the air moves freely. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha Nirvignam Kuru Kuru. And once again, we'll pour more flowers on him. The flowers take your prayers and all your problems to the divine. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha Nirvignam Kuru Kuru. Once again, pray to Ganesha to help you to find a way out, a solution, quick solution to your problems. Now we'll pray to the Guru. Om Aim Reem Sarvalokaya Adityaya Shiva Sadguru Shreem Brazi Swaha. Om Dram Dattatreya 𝗕𝗵𝗃𝗆 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 Swaha. Take a moment to connect with Dr. Fly, the image here. Connect with your heart. Get out of your head. Move into your heart. Like we do in love, we fall from our heads to our hearts. Now we will call on Kala Bhairava. And the mantra is 𝗕𝗵𝗺𝗵𝗆𝗆. And you can imagine a light shooting up from your heart center through your middle of your brain, activating your third eye, and then going through your skull and resting 12 inches above your skull. It connects with a red being who is Kala Bhairava. So 𝗕𝗵𝗺𝗵𝗆𝗆 will help you to experience light. So you might feel your eyes burning a bit, or heat in your body, or bliss. You might feel cool and goosebumps. So there will be some sort of sign or experience that you've connected with Kala Bhairava. 𝗵𝗵𝗆𝗵𝗆 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 Now try to keep your consciousness 12 inches above your skull, merging with the red being, the red light, and we'll call on or propitiate the 8 forms of Bhairava. ॐ 𝗕𝗗𝗵𝗆 स्वाहा ॐ 𝗵𝗵𝗆 स्वाहा ॐ ఛन्दభైరవాయ स्वाहा ॐ क्रोरभैरवाय स्वाहा ॐ उन्मत्तभैरवाय स्वाहा ॐ गबलभैरवाय स्वाहा ॐ भीषणभैरवाय स्वाहा ॐ संहारभैरवाय स्वाहा ॐ खल्लभैरवाय स्वाहा ॐ खल्लभैरवाय स्वाहा ॐ खल्लभैरवाय स्वाहा ॐ श्रीं स्वर्णकर्षणभैरवाय स्वाहा ॐ श्रीं स्वर्णकर्षणभैरवाय स्वाहा ॐ श्रीं स्वर्णकर्षणभैरवाय स्वाहा. Make a prayer to the 8 forms of Kala Bhairava, including 2 more forms. Kala means time, Bhairava means to bring tremendous light, miracles, and help to change our material pursuits, our spiritual pursuits, and protect us from all kinds of negativity, internally and outside of us. And then Swarna Bhairava is the gold Bhairava. Om Shri Swarna Bhairava. Now we'll pray to this mountain of fire. So now imagine this fire, column of fire coming from the heavens. It has no beginning, and it goes down to the earth plane, and you're surrounded by it. You're immersed in this mount or this column of fire. It's divine fire. You may even experience heat physically or physiologically. You may feel burning of the negativity in your emotions, your thoughts. It's a purification. So you might feel your soul shining through your eyes. The eyes are the windows to the soul. So we'll ask for the divine grace and blessings of Arunachala, Tiruvannamalai, Lord Muruga, Shiva. So we'll pray to this image here, which is, you can see this Deepam, the full moon is right over the mountain. And this was an image that was taken and it's laminated. So there's the full moon, that's the Deepam full moon. And it also happens to be this year coinciding with Dattatreya's birthday. So birth this consciousness to be able to do everything in your life, create, sustain, and protect yourself, your loved ones, and all your manifestations. Om Arunachaleswaraya Namaha. Om Namah Shivaya Namaha. 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 Om 𝗕𝗵𝗃𝗆 Somasundara Rajatirajaya Arunachaleswaraya Namah Shivaya Bhava Shri Shivaya Swaha. Om Aim Rim Sarvalokaya Adityaya Shiva Satguru Shri Bridi Swaha. Om Dram Dattatreya Shiva Baba Swaha. We'll pray to the 9 planets. Om Hrim Adityaya Somaya Mangalaya Budaya Cha Guru Shukra Shani Pacharahave Ketave Namaha. Make a prayer to this column of light that has no beginning, no end. It surrounds you and you are being cleansed. Arutparam Jyoti, Arutparam Jyoti, Tani Param Karane, Arutparam Jyoti, Arutparam Jyoti, Arutparam Jyoti, Tani Param Karane, Arutparam Jyoti, 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏 Jyothi, 𝗏𝗏𝗺𝗁 Jyothi, 𝗏𝗏𝗺𝗁 Jyothi. Now close your eyes, and we're going to go through a process so that you can seal the deal, if you will, connect with these divine beings inside of you. Now that you've received their blessings from this empowerment, focus your attention on your heart center, in the middle of your chest. Imagine a ray of light shooting up through the middle of your brain, through the top of your skull, and into the space. This light rests 12 inches above the top of your skull. Take your attention up, outside, on top, 12 inches above your skull. Merge with the red being, Kala Bhairava. Now imagine this light continuously shooting from your heart, through your third eye, up through the top of your skull, into 12 inches realm of red light. 𝗵𝗵𝗺𝗵𝗃𝗵𝗺 Asitanga Bhairavaya, Ruru Bhairavaya, Chanda Bhairavaya, Krora Bhairavaya, Unmatta Bhairavaya, Kala Bhairava, Bhishana Bhairavaya, Samhara Bhairavaya, Swarna Bhairavaya, Kala Bhairava. Keep merging with this light shooting from your heart up through the top of your skull into this 12 inches realm of Bhairava. Now, imagine all the planets, all the divine beings that are associated with the planets. Pray to all of the planets. 𝗏𝗏𝗺𝗁𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏 नमः। ॐ ह्रीं आदित्याय सोमाय मङ्गलाय बुधाय च गुरु शुक्र शनेपच राहवे केतवे नमः। Om Hrim Aditya Somaya Mangalaya Budhaya Cha Guru Shukra Shani Pacharaha 𝗵𝗵𝗃𝗃 Namaha. Now imagine you become Arunachala, the mountain. It's unshakable. You're very still, strong, and silent. Feel the light of Arunachala, purifying your ego, karma, and the illusory force, the Maya. Giving you a divine ego, giving you divine karma and divine illusion, the Leela of God. You are the mountain. Be still. Om 𝗕𝗵𝗃𝗆𝗆 Siddhaya Somasundara Rajatiraja Arunachaleswaraya Namah Shivaya Bhava Shri Shivaya Swaha. Om Arunachaleswaraya Om Namah Shivaya Om Dram Dattatreya Om Hrim Aditya Somaya Mangalaya Budhaya Cha Guru Shukra Shani Pacharaha 𝗵𝗵𝗃𝗃 Namaha. Imagine yourself getting blessings from the planets, blessings from Kala Bhairava, who manufactures miracle time. Pray to the mountain of fire, the column of light. 𝗷𝗶𝗵𝗆𝗆𝘁𝗍𝗔 𝗷𝗶𝗵𝗆𝗁 𝗕𝗓𝗏𝗏 𝗷𝗶𝗵𝗆𝗁. And slowly, slowly let go. You can keep your eyes closed or you can gently open them. And we'll do the final offering of the light, the camphor that purifies everything. So any negativity that's come up, you can purify it. Kala Bhairava, Hrim Aditya Somaya, Guru Shukra Shani Pacharaha 𝗵𝗵𝗃𝗃 Dattatreya Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya. And then you can take the light. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Peace, peace, peace. Peace to the body, peace to the mind, peace to the soul. Peace to the environment, peace to the world. Peace to your universe and all the multiverses around. Make your prayer of gratitude to Dr. Ply, to everybody, to the divine for helping us to get online. And thanks for jumping back in, everyone, even though we had a somewhat delayed start. Please share your experiences. And we'll see you when we see you next for those who need to jump off. Happy month ahead, and let us know if you enjoyed this puja, this elementalization, and a little bit of information to help to share the knowledge about what's happening in the cosmos so we don't blink and miss it. You're very welcome. Chua Chen is saying, thank you so much. Beautiful session. Thank you, Babaji, for your light and grace. And that's what it is. Otherwise, we wouldn't be here, would we? So thanks so much, Eva. Katie saying, Om Dram Dattatreya 𝗵𝗵𝗍𝗍𝗆 Swaha. That's a great one. And I think Radha is here. She's posting the links, everyone, to the Kala Bhairava course on Fly Center Academy. And I recommend that you get that course, because then every month during his 8th waning moon time, when you're honoring him, when you're doing that teaching during that time, then he gives you blessings for the whole month. So you don't have to figure out, oh, who should I pray to or when should I pray to him? So his power time is the 8th waning moon. Some say that it's also the waxing moon. That's okay. You can pray to him on the waxing moon too. But the waning is when you're really going to dive deep and uproot anything that is no longer serving you. So we all know what our shadow is, or what our dark, deep, dark secrets are. We can't tell anyone, but it's traumatizing us again and again. And it's like we open up the closet of our skeletons and then we shut it quickly. So we don't have to do that anymore. He'll just disintegrate it. So you can read, please go to those links anyways and read about Kala Bhairava, read about Deepam, read about Dr. Ply's messages for this year. Go on to Ply Center YouTube as well. Dr. Ply is going to be giving a message out during Kala Bhairava's birthday and probably his own birthday. Dattatreya's birthday, Deepam, is on the same time. So Kalyani is saying thank you and gratitude to Babaji, Radha, Ply Center team, everyone here. You're very welcome. So yes, 8th waning moon and 𝗵𝗵𝗍𝗍𝗆. I think perhaps that Radha has posted the spelling of that, and if not, she will. And so that is, again, you want to be thinking about 12 inches above the top of your skull. So you can move your hand. So imagine this light going from your heart all the way through your third eye. So it goes into the middle of your brain. It goes ping. And then it says, no, we're not going to hang out here. We're going to go above. So we're going to go beyond time. So time is the body. Time is the mind. So we want to go above. But then where are we going? So we go 12 inches above our skull, and we merge with the red energy, and it's all around us and it's above us. And that's where Kala Bhairava is. So he takes you out of slow time. He takes you out of the ratcheting thought mosh pit. You know, the thoughts are like, as Dr. Ply says, they're like clouds. They come and go, or guests to a hotel, they come and go. They check in and check out. But it's not so easy to get rid of them, to only grab on to thoughts that are going to create miracle consciousness and help us to have a wealthy, healthy, happy, wise, prosperous life, not only for ourselves, but all beings. So especially during these dark times where people are really fearful of not having enough money, not having enough health or well-being. And fear creates tremendous amount of stress over time. And what happens to us is that we develop all kinds of disease, not only in our thinking, in our emotions, but in our body. So we got to get outside of our body and then have an out-of-body experience, as they say, as we're moving through our everyday life, just to take a moment. So 𝗕𝗏𝗺𝗏 will help us to get out of that wretched kind of places that we find ourselves, the shadowy places, the dark places, our dark nights of the soul that never end. Just goes on and on and on. So that will help us to have more joy, some bliss, some happiness. So I'm not sure if people have been sharing their experiences, if you have had like tingling or goosebumps or truth bumps that they say, because we want to know, are we living the truth? These terrible times that we live in now, we can think, oh my God, doom and gloom, but there's always the light that we can grab onto, and it will dispel all that. Even if it is for a moment, all it takes is that fraction of a second for a tremendous amount of blessings to come. Just like winning a lotto, 1 second you can be as you are, the next second you check the ticket and you got the winning number, you win the lotto, your whole life changes within a second. So that's what the divine wants us to understand, is that we can keep connecting with the divine, doing your spiritual practices and thinking, oh, geez, I'm not going to get the benefits, or I haven't gotten the benefits that I want. It's because Kala Bhairava is taking you through karmas so quickly that it makes your head spin. So he will help you to resonate with that energy, hold on to that column of light as if you're walking in your life and there's just a column, you're inside of a column. And the column of light is like a cylinder for those who English is not their first language. So it's like a cylinder, and then or a tube, and you are inside of it. And it's just this tube of brilliant divine light, always burning the karma, the ego that is no longer serving us. It edges God out. And then the Maya, the illusion that you are stuck in the challenges that you have. There is a way out. So always think about that column of light. That's the light of Arul, the light of grace, the Arunachala light, the Deepam. And then Dattatreya is Brahma, Vishnu, and Shiva. So that consciousness, they're not just names, they're superpowers. And they will help us to create a better reality. It will help us to use our intelligence and gain wisdom. And then also to help us to manifest things that are going to serve us. So if things aren't working out for you, guess what? You're just moving through a karma, and let it go. But how do we let it go when we think, oh, it's such a good thing? But then we want to move faster and faster. So Kala Bhairava will take us into that state where we can commune with Lord Brahma, create, recreate, fine-tune it, gain wisdom, and then also to use our intelligence, and not just academic or theoretical intelligence or social intelligence or emotional intelligence. It's divine intelligence. So we want miracles, not just sometimes, all the time. So Vishnu will fulfill our wishes, help us to manifest, protect our programs, our projects, so that when they're ready, when they're perfectly ready to bear the fruits, if you will, the seed has been planted, and then it's going to take some time, in human time, in slow time, but then we're going to see the miracles as we go along. So that will help us to be happy and joyful and experience and fulfill our wishes as we go along. Protect us from any negativity is Lord Shiva's energy, and he's so divine. He gives us prosperity and enlightenment. So all those energies, the Brahma, Vishnu, and Shiva energies are all inside of Dr. Pillai. You can see him there in the image with his veil or whale. That's Lord Muruga's whale or a veil. And it is the spear or lance that we celebrated during Skanda Shashti. So if you're new to this channel, then check out the Skanda Shashti videos that we just recently produced. And then you can find out what the whale or veil is all about. Check out Pillai Center. Academy. Check out Ply Center YouTube to find and subscribe to all these channels, because like me, I don't know what's happening with Dr. Ply because there's so many things all the time going on. And then I get a ping. So it will remind me, or get a notice, a reminder to, hey, he's coming online. So that is what I wanted to share with everyone. So happy Kala Bhairava Jayanti. Check out the sun that's going to be transiting at the same time, coming up soon this week. And the sun is going to be transiting into the sign of transformation. So don't be afraid, because it's the sign of the scorpion. It is all about transforming ourselves and going deep, deep, deep into the nooks and crannies of our psyche, our soul, our energy body. So how do we do that? We call on Kala Bhairava, who will put us in the right place at the right time, thinking, saying, and doing the right thing, and then take us through the whole year, every 8th waning moon, every month, and build that consciousness inside of us so we can't blink and miss miracles. They're always there. It's a consciousness. So we just have to tap into it, and then we will experience it. So even if you feel like there are going to be delays and obstacles and challenges and you're so stressed out, I was so surprised tonight that, well, Kala Bhairava just said, okay, enough of that. No more delays, no more waiting. And I was not stressed out at all. I asked Rada to post a message, and I said, okay, maybe I'll do a recording. And then all of a sudden, YouTube let me back in. So, and I'm so grateful for all of you staying here and enjoying this, the blessings coming from Dr. Ply and all these divine beings, because they're active and they have been activated inside of you with this elementalization or puja offering. So thanks everyone. Thanks to Ply Center team and Rada and Yajna, who have been around Powertime practice for the past 10 years. I think it's coming up now. And all of you who are joining. So please subscribe to the channel and give us a like, and share this with your friends and let them know that, hey, you can come and find out how to get into miracle times and experience this speed of light and speed of love and compassion and grace, knowing what's happening in the cosmos during these power times, and then going to the party and then getting what you need to fulfill your wishes, your heart's desires. So God bless you all. Thanks so much. Thanks to Dr. Ply, of course, and all these beings. We'll see you next month. Namaste.